Yeah. All right,
let's
boys.
do it.
Cheers.
I'm jumping in Oreo, dude.
Oh, you're going. Cheers.
I'm going.
Okay.
Cheers,
Well, I'll be the odd man.
Yep.
Cheers. All right, here we go.
Oh, it was closest to me. I didn't mean to.
Whatever. Davin,
Yes, sir.
what's this podcast called?
I have no idea. What is it called?
Welcome to episode 1 of I Have No Idea.
Yes.
Welcome back. It's what?
76.
It's 176. It's consistently
176.
off. Thanks for tuning in, and we are joined by Davin Maskey of
Yay.
Beach Boulevard. Thanks for cruising.
dude.
Thanks
Yeah.
for being here.
Stoked to be here.
Yeah. We're having like you
doing-
said something light and something pills, so we went with
The two
Modelo
lightest.
just
Modelo Oro.
Yeah.
They just did their 3-carb 4% thing,
Yep.
right?
And then against Mick Ultra.
Because I haven't seen Modelo in this type of can too, so I was like, is this an ultra thing? So I'm gonna,
It's their
It's got the
diet
majestic
beer.
lion, though, you know, which is really cool. Just
I said it
caressing the Modelo logo very gently. So.
yeah, it's a little massage,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
It tastes like if
The E and the O.
seltzers had a beer flavor.
Yeah,
That's what it
I think so. Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is light, but
That is very
yeah.
light.
I'm saying that's river summertime. That's like a
River
thirst
summertime.
a thirst quencher that you don't even get from water.
You
In
think
those
it could
moments.
compete with Coors Light, though? That's like the
I
river
know,
go-to,
it's like-
you know?
They've like stamped themselves, but
Yeah.
there was still the summer of the Trulies and
White
and
Claws.
the no laws, right?
I mean,
so
it's still the time.
Yeah, they're still very popular.
It's still very
Yeah, it's,
popular.
yeah,
This is true.
it's in the sports places now. It's at
Coors
the
is like-
comedy shows.
Oh, yeah.
that's number one though. It's like they've stapled themselves as
Yeah,
like
I think it would be hard to knock
How
it
did
off.
that
like-
happen? Just so all of a sudden,
Dude, it was. I
just
think
trendy.
it was the gimmick
Yeah.
of their fucking cans. The Tap
Yeah.
the Rockies. They had it blue. People would want.
you think
like,
that paid off?
I think it really did.
Yeah, I
The
think
cold
so too.
detector?
Yeah, I think
That
like,
doesn't really work.
It doesn't
Fuck
really
yeah.
work at all. I don't know.
You just
It's
gotta
in
have
our
them
mind.
the
You just
freezer.
want, why would you want to have blue mountains anyway? What's,
Yeah, why do the mountains
It's
have
very
to be blue?
confusing.
It's
If
that-
I saw a
is this
blue mountain,
gold?
I'd be very
Upset.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work.
It's brushed with a little chlorine. It helps,
Yeah.
keep the mountain all nice and clean, so it's
Yeah,
blue.
that's
Yeah.
very
I would laugh my ass off if they literally did like a mind fuck, where it's like the dress thing, like it's this gold or whatever, and they just told people that the Rockies turn blue.
Oh, they
And-
don't
and
actually
just,
turn
like, Some people just see the blue, dude.
yeah,
no matter what.
yeah. That'd be good. I like it.
Some of those river afternoons, I think you might.
I think so
It's very
too,
true.
man.
It's very true. Yeah.
So how you been?
I've been good. Been busy.
You've been running around.
Been
'cause
running around,
Yeah, you said I'm
yeah.
going to be back in town from doing this and doing those things. So if we schedule, it's got to be like this week.
Like
I'm
right now.
Yeah,
Let's pencil
yeah.
it in and see where are you coming from.
Coming from work,
Yeah.
you know, I work in entertainment, have the band, obviously.
Yeah.
Been doing music most of my life. I can't stop. Even though it's not my number one. It doesn't pay all the bills, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, music. Oh,
Yeah, I
bands.
know music.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just been running around, working entertainment, worked for the Angels,
Nice.
been in video production most of my life.
Video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna, okay. All right. Where do I go from here? I say the record is done, right?
Yes.
How many songs?
12 songs.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent. And this is like, would you say Rory O'Connell, like executive producer?
Yeah, Rory O'Connell
out
was.
Ronald.
Yeah,
Shout out
shout
Rory.
out, shout out
Shout out
Rory.
Bristol.
Roar Dog, I call him. I don't know if anybody calls him Roar Dog. That's just my. Yeah.
Roar Dog.
Yeah, I mean, he was like the fourth member, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. Never gone through. I've been through. 20 years ago or so, I went through this process before with like a real record and a producer and stuff like that. But it was okay. I was an older guy, different frame of mind, but I think we kind of clicked. I get along with Rory so well,
Yeah.
and he kind of got what we're doing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Pretty specific with what we wanted. Just kind of a simple punk rock record with space. That sounds kind of basic, but that's what we wanted. Wanted it to be
Good.
clean, but he had a lot of input on, coming up with melodies, harmonies. He's really good with that. And it was just automatic. One of our guitar player doesn't like the process so much. A lot of people don't like being in the studio.
know.
You get that. It's not a red light syndrome, but it's just this nerve wracking. If you don't have somebody that just kind of vibes with you, it just goes downhill fast.
Studio can be just a hurry up and wait game so much
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
unless like someone's like, hey man, this
This
is
is
cool,
your
and let's-
part.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
keep the energy up.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
Also, there's like a thing about doing it enough that you're not nervous about it. Like
Yeah.
having your parts that you want, not questioning them, because a lot of people are going. Like I remember when we first started recording, I'd go into the studio and I would just be like a nervous wreck, like, "Fuck, dude, am I gonna remember all this shit that I was supposed to do?
Oh, yeah.
Like, am I gonna?" And then like once you've done it enough, it's like, can't wait to fucking record this shit. Let's go. But it's because I think you're more confident, right?
Whoever's in the room that like can really capture your energy and keep you going makes just a better record every time.
Yeah,
every
finding
time.
the right producer, just like you said, you had an old guy last time, and you're in. And then you found
What was the name? It's all about vibes, like you said. It's vibes. It's we recorded, we tracked the drums at Maps, and then we went to Rory.
Oh, shout out Maps.
Maps. Shout out to Maps.
Mike Wilson, dude.
That place is rad.
It's like one of the
We did-
greatest
just-
drum rooms in Orange County or Southern California. Like great
definitely
sounding
think it's
room.
great.
Awesome kit, great gear, great dudes too.
Yeah, great dudes, and everything from start to finish was fantastic. So it
Cool.
was a long
That's
process. Took almost a year, but it's fine.
I mean, we're about a year in with ours too.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You want to do it right.
That's how you make an album.
So yeah.
Like
Yeah, for sure.
I kept telling myself this too. I'm like, all right, there's 13 songs, so we've been recording for like a year. Okay, so that's like a song a month, you know? Like that's pretty good. Like every 4 weeks, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But the grueling process. We were talking to one of the bands, and they're like, if you can't stomach a record,
Yeah, that's the process.
what are you banding about?
Yeah.
If
yeah.
you don't have the fortitude to like go through the process.
What are you
You're like,
banding
yeah,
about?
I know, but it's all like the singles game, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
in this record, do you have any like lead contenders already?
Yeah, we're gonna kind of everybody's kind of doing this. We're gonna put out 4 singles.
Cool.
Every couple weeks or so. The first one's gonna come out on March 30th.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's coming up pretty
That's,
soon.
that's actually perfect. We can.
Did you pick it? What's the name of it?
Castaway.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
we should put it at
Castaways
the end
are-
of this episode. Well, it might be a little too early.
Well, it will be too early. We can't put it out.
Okay. I mean, unless you don't mind leaking.
No,
I
just-
don't mind leaking.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Oh, no.
Exclusive.
No, it'll come out on the 21st.
I think it'll come out right around there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Like the week.
Yeah.
before.
Oh no, it will
week.
be early. Sorry.
It's
Great.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys that'd be rad to kind of.
Of
do
course.
here.
Yeah.
So
we're
What's the
happy.
mix of sound, right? Like,
the mix. You mean the style of the record, or just that single specifically?
well, I mean, 'cause the record
Both
could
of
be, you
those
know,
questions.
you could have some curveballs on the record. You
I
know?
don't know, man. It's all over the place. Like I kind of mentioned, we're a punk rock band first, but it's punk rock with melodies. It's simple, it's easy, but it's melodic. We just try to focus on catching a hook.
What's the band's favorite band?
Oh my gosh,
I
that's
know.
that's a tough one.
That is a
Right?
good
This,
question.
I
I
mean,
guess,
bands.
2 out of 3 of us are just big Descendents fans.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell
Of
yeah.
course.
Always.
When you said space, I was like, I think I know where you're headed.
Yeah. And then just like rock records that we kind of wanted the album to sound like that aren't in the vein of it's poppier punk rock for the most part.
Sure.
Is like Evil Empire has that space that you talk about. Some of the Queen's records as well, Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Wanted a little bit more dry, not overkill, like tons of guitars on top of each other.
Right.
The room, we needed a giant room.
Right.
Just wanted it to be kind of dry and there and real,
It's
but tight. you
It's
know.
a rock and roll trio sound, right?
Yeah,
Cranked,
so-
Yeah, you guys are just 3 people.
amps
Yeah.
cranked, and like as tapey, you know, vibe power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's only
Yeah.
3 of us, just like you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess it's in the vein of like early Green Day, or it's got a little bit of a Foo Fighters vibe. I guess
Perfect.
you
Sure.
could say.
Yeah.
The vocal stylings, it's a little bit yelling because I can't
Because
usually
that's
hit 'em.
rock and roll.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah, yeah. Who taught you like your rock and roll voice, right? Like when you're coming up listening to rock and roll, like who was it? Descendents, or is it like
Who are you modeling it?
You know, it's
it's
a
like
little
Black Flaggy? You know, it's like more
Yeah.
aggressive.
It's a little bit more aggressive, but Milo kind of has the
Totally.
which is
The
pretty
big
cool.
rasp,
That
yeah.
rasp, which I kind
Yeah.
of looked up to.
Like
but
snotty, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snarky. Yeah.
rude. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I kind of it sounds cheesy to always go back to Grohl, but he does that too.
He's got a
Yes.
great fucking voice, man.
He's just got that yell,
Yeah.
and there's something about, and it goes back to even more stereotypical. It's the McCartney, that yell.
Yeah, dude.
So like, I'm not
I mean,
a good
he's kind
singer.
of like number
Yeah.
fucking 1 in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of where I kind of emulate it. It takes a while to do that. Naturally, have kind of a higher, whinier 90s.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm doing it now as I'm talking to you guys. I listen back and just hate my fucking voice. So.
No, I've always thought I have like this little bit of chipmunky thing going on. Yeah.
We have the
I
same
get
voice.
it.
We're voice twins. So, there you go.
I got to work on my Grohl. Like he's the only person that can take like a one word and go like, you know, what is it? grasp.
Yeah.
It's like all of the consonants.
Yeah.
You hear them
Yeah.
all individually as if they're spelled out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible, right?
I think it's those three guys, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, for the most part. I
Those are
mean,
solid answers.
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it sounds ridiculous. I mean, I think we had to talk about this before. I went as far as starting to smoke cigarettes to get a grab in my early 20s. I was a squeaky clean kid, but then, it got dark and ominous, and my voice was too loud for singing punk rock. I'm smoking cigarettes to try to get a grab my voice.
That's what all the heroes had,
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
I want to sound
absolutely.
like that. You got to do that.
Yeah. It didn't work. I had to kind of develop over 15 years. And then it kind of became, I think, the yelling kind of works for me.
Totally. Yeah. Well, it's three-piece punk rock. What's
Yeah.
Billy Joe's actual accent? Not British.
Not
Yeah,
British.
This is very true.
So, he was listening to probably Sex Pistols. I don't know exactly what he was listening, but
yeah,
it's the only way he knew how to sing when he's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's it just kind of shapes.
Yeah. Where did Tom DeLonge get his fry?
Yeah,
That's
Where
all
are
him.
y'all?
Well, yeah.
From
Someone's written a
Aliens.
paper about
From Aliens,
that.
yeah. He actually
Aliens.
didn't he prove the alien thing?
From the Aliens. Yeah.
Aliens. Yeah.
What's first instrument for you?
First instrument, I go back to, I was an old band geek. I played clarinet
There you
in
go.
middle
Nice.
school.
There you go.
And I played trumpet for a little while. I was in
This
jazz
is our
band.
this is our resident.
Love
yeah,
it.
dude. I know as much as you do.
Yeah. That kind of led to joining ska bands, that ska punk
Oh,
thing.
that's so good. I
Late
love
90s, early
Rustin Jake's my
2000s.
jam.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's, dude. We
All
just
day.
became best friends.
Yeah.
I would travel around with and just worship that band. They were
Yeah.
great.
He's my bass inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
Roger.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Roger's incredible,
Roger's
right?
shit,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Hello Rockview and Losing Streak fucking
Oh.
Yeah.
rocked my entire teens.
So
Yeah, I listened to that more than anything.
Yeah. That's where it started. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't really pick up a guitar until after high school, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
But I need musical background. Played a little bit piano too, but
Okay.
How did that brush in?
yeah, kid. I was always. This sounds bad, but I was always very musically inclined. It came natural.
Yeah.
But there was a stigma behind it, and I was kind of a closet jock for some reason.
Closet jock.
Yeah, it's a weird way to put it.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I played baseball as a kid, and as I got older, I got a little bit better, and there was a stigma attached to band. Nowadays, if you're in band,
You're a badass,
You're
yeah.
a badass.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Back then, you wanted to get girls, and the way to do that was to kind of play sports. So
Right.
I went that, but the minute I kind of went in all on sports, I started joining bands, and started not wanting to go into sports, and I was missing punk rock shows with my friends because I was doing baseball, and I was
Yeah.
joining ska bands as a trumpet player, but I wasn't in the jazz band.
Double
anymore.
life.
Oh,
So that's kind of what happened.
and then music took priority, or
Oh, it
Yeah,
took priority completely,
Cool.
and I was just going through the motions, and I just stopped playing. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great sport. I work in the
still love
industry for
baseball.
my real
Yeah,
job,
there you
but yeah, I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
that's where it started.
You weren't gonna become like Mickey Mantle, so
No.
let's go do rock and roll.
Let's go rock and roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
and try to
Seems
play it
easier.
all. Yeah.
I played soccer for 11 years or
Yeah,
something.
I did the whole Little
like
League
by the
thing.
time I got to 16, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this as a profession, dude.
No.
I'm out. Like
Yeah.
this sucks.
Oh yeah, I was too fucking slow. Too.
Yeah.
I was the slowest runner of all time.
What position did you play?
I was a lefty, so I pitched and
Okay.
I played first. So
Yeah,
I kind
like
of had
me.
a niche. Yeah, there you go.
We're the lefties.
I'm a
We're just all
lefty
best
too.
friends.
Yeah, I know.
Less than Jake,
Yeah.
lefties.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I love it.
Well,
Yeah, that was kind of my
Karate
niche,
in
but
the
I was
grass.
slow. So yeah,
First baseman, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
He had that stretch.
Yeah. The lean.
And digging it out.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, then I just fell in love with just punk rock at the time, ska. Then it
Yeah,
became emo and pop punk and,
Okay.
and so forth.
So what's your parents raising you on, sound wise?
What kind of it was all classic rock. I know that's stereotypical.
whatever.
Yeah.
Dude.
Bands like obviously lots of Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel,
Oh,
lots
yeah,
of Doors, Stones, that stuff. Just constantly lots of Fleetwood Mac.
Do you
There
have
you
a
go.
favorite of those influences? I mean, everyone's Beatle fans, right?
Everyone likes the Beatles.
Yeah, you know what? This is a weird one because there's the Moody Blues was another band that I grew up with,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I hated them as a kid because my dad would always put them in, and it was interesting. But then as you got older and you got a little bit more serious with music, you start to realize what they were doing, and it's insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The range where they could go from Ride My Seesaw and then to like Nights in White Satin, which is a little melodramatic, and but it's like wow, It's like a rock opera's. It's more than that. They're an
Yeah.
interesting.
They're
band.
like a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, there's already a movie happening
Exactly.
while they're playing.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a double. I didn't like him as a kid, but then I'm like, wow, my dad had some good fucking taste.
yeah.
So, it's not like I crank him anymore, but that's probably something that stuck out. And obviously Simon and Garfunkel, the harmonies specifically.
There you go.
I had a
Pretty
close
classic.
friend in music that we kind of paralleled. I'm an only child, so I grew up with him as a 6-year-old, and we had the same voice, same mannerisms, everything. I got into music at the same time. But we used to try to do harmonizing like most of our life. Like,
Yeah.
even
What town?
before.
Orange County?
Orange County. Well, it was technically La Mirada. So it's right on the edge
Yeah,
of Orange
yeah.
County and LA County.
Yeah.
So that's where we grew up.
I've lived a lot of places in Southern
Yeah.
California, so
Same
I
here.
always like, where someone's like,
You guys kind of know Orange County and LA
Yeah.
better than me.
someone's
just 'cause
like,
I'm-
oh, you wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm like, try me. They're like,
Yeah.
Cyprus? I'm like, of course. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Cyprus. Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
you guys know it better than me because I'm just in my two
Do
towns
you
that
want
I
to-
grew up in.
Midway
Like, that's
City?
it.
They're like, Lomita? I'm like, totally. Come on, Lomita. Yeah.
We also moved around a bunch too. When we
That's
got
what I'm
here.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Everything's a neighborhood.
Yeah. Everything's a neighborhood.
Oh, where are you at? Los Angeles? Nah, not really.
That doesn't count.
I'm in a
Yeah.
nice place to live.
Yeah. Southern California.
Southern California, yeah. But everything is Orange County around here. I mean, it might as well have been Orange County. so.
Yeah. Where have you spent most of your stomping grounds?
I lived in Long Beach for like 8 or 9 years.
love Long
I'm a
Beach.
big Long Beach fan.
Long Beach.
There's just something about the vibe of that city and the people.
Absolutely.
It's weird. The punk band on last week also came from Long
Yeah.
Beach.
We've been having some Long Beach folk on. Yeah.
It's like that's a breeding ground for punk rock.
It reminds me of the best parts of Detroit.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
I've always gravitated to Long Beach because the people and just the energy of the city. You're like,
Similar vibes to like old San Francisco before tech too. Like tech.
I see that. I totally see that. Yeah.
as far as the
little
diversity,
grungier.
Yeah, it's grungier, but also just the people.
Yeah.
I live in like Huntington Beach it's a great city, but it's not Long Beach. There's something
agree.
about you could just go to the store or the grocery store and just have conversations with regular people
I agree.
that have kind of lived and had some sort of culture.
Yeah.
A lot of Orange County doesn't have culture. I don't mind saying that.
No.
reality.
There's
Especially Huntington Beach.
Especially. Huntington Beach is a beautiful place to live. There's space. It's great. But
I'm
for
at
lack-
Beach in Ellis.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So
Yeah.
you're right there.
Yeah.
You're with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't go downtown.
I don't either. Yeah.
It's like, dude, there's a bunch of good restaurants not in downtown.
I'm the same way. I'm in north, so like closer to Sunset.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I don't even go towards
Yeah.
beach and downtown at
There's a
all.
Sprouts over there. Great.
Yeah.
I'll get this. There's some pizza.
These are easy ones to crush, and we
They
can-
are.
Yeah, yeah.
They're true.
We can crush.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have some perfect cans, but the idea is the implosion. You know?
Okay.
You try and get the smallest.
Oh, you're gonna want to be on the carpet.
It's gonna be.
I
On
know
the
I'm going to want
carpet.
to be on the carpet. I'm going to try it without the carpet anyway. I'm just going to
Well,
go for it.
It's gonna fling right
Gonna
out.
fling around.
I knew that was
Told
gonna
you.
happen. I knew that was gonna happen.
I deserve that. I deserve that. I deserve that. That's fine.
Oh man, I've been.
I'm not even going to Rodman that.
Yeah, you should.
I'm not even trying that. I'm just gonna crush it with my hand.
Shame.
The rug helps. I should have rugged it.
Little dog.
What was the name of the first band you joined? Like
Oh
the
yeah,
ska
what
bands?
was the ska band?
The
'Cause I love these.
Yeah, the first band I
favorite.
joined was This Is the Ten.
And how old were you?
Oh God, I was 15.
Okay.
Yes.
Skakatu.
Fuck
Yes.
Yeah, like cockatoo, but skakatu.
Dude, that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
And then it was Formula One, and then the one that
Ooh, I
stuck
like that one.
was called Cartoons. That was all in high school because you know, like
Nice.
when you're younger and you're in bands, you have bands for 4 months, and it feels
For
like
one
it's 2
show.
years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like because time is just compressed.
Yeah, yeah.
As when you're a youth.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Cartoons is the one that kind of stuck. We got to play some big shows. You probably remember Jeffrey's Fan Club. Pharmaceutical Bandits.
Oh, yeah.
They started as
As
yeah.
who are now RX bandits.
RX
Yeah.
Bandits.
Love
Yeah.
those guys. They're
So we
like one of my
played
favorite
some.
bands ever.
We played some bigger shows at the end
Nice.
of my high school ska career
Nice.
with those bands.
Venues treat you good. Are those venues like a chain reaction?
Yeah,
Are
we played Chain Reaction before when it was was Public Storage to start off with.
Whoa.
Yeah, we played that place a lot. We played Showcase Theater out in Corona. When I got into my emo rock like love affair, it became a big Jimmy World. But we played with Jimmy World at Showcase Theater when I was in high school. Like right when they signed the Capitol deal, so they were
Fuck
just
yeah.
kids.
That's one of our big credits.
Yeah, yeah. They played with Jimmy Eat World too.
yeah.
Out in Redlands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Redlands in the middle of nowhere.
yeah. So that was a
Showcase
trip.
was dope.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember going and seeing like Unwritten Law and all these old 90s
Yeah, love
punk
you,
bands over there.
Yeah.
So we would go. The guy that I'm in the band with, I grew up with. We played baseball together and hated baseball, but loved punk rock shows and
There you
ska
go.
shows.
You're running right into my questions. I love this.
Yeah.
It's good. We used to just right when we could leave baseball and just ride the Pine over there. We just get up and go to Showcase Theater. We'd go see bands that got Unwritten Law. I think Homegrown was a big band back then. too.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like our past, and we're still playing together. He's like my brother. He's in Beach Boulevard too. So
Yeah.
Sick.
yeah. So
What's the writing process? You've known him that long? Have you been writing together that long?
yeah, it's funny. The guys are gonna see this, so I could just talk shit. It is what it is. He's like a brother. We've been through bands where I've actually kicked him out of the band, which is kind of a trip. We started after high school and after the ska phase when my buddy that I grew up with that I just mentioned, he left for military school of all places, left me his guitar, his white Fender
Sweet.
Stratocaster, and I just started playing it.
I love that.
Punk rock was huge, so I buddied up with this guy, Brian Odom, he's in the band now, and Nick Lombardo, a good friend of mine that I'm still in touch with, and we started a punk band called Schwa. You know, the upside down
upside down E.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good
You guys
logo.
get all the references. This is
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah, so we just started playing. They've never played instruments.
Yeah.
And I was musically inclined, so I picked it up a little bit faster.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We just started playing dumb, fast pop
How
punk.
old's everybody?
17 and 18.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally the summer that we graduated.
Sweet.
And that was kind of the transition into, me meeting Brian and playing music with him. And that, God, we played in probably 4 bands, including Beach Boulevard. One of which I unfortunately kicked him out because he was not a good bass player. He just he just didn't. You know what? You have buddies that just like they just want to hang out and they just like they're going through
Yep.
the motions, but
Yeah.
you love the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like you're really into it, but they're not so into it. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
That's how he was, and it just wasn't his thing. It wasn't his spark. I don't know if you guys are.
Oh no, we know that. Yep.
What's that Disney?
I won't
movie?
even plug in.
It just wasn't his thing. So, and it happened for the best because then he picked up a guitar, it became his love, and he just kind of devoted. He's got an interesting, unique style. And then once he picked up guitar, got serious about that, everything changed. It's so fun to play with him because he comes up with stuff that's just, it's not conventional,
Yeah.
but it's really good. It's interesting.
Those are the best riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
like he's a riff guy, he's finger plucking guy.
Yeah. He was
it's-
playing that sweet SSG, right?
Yeah. He's had that SG for God, I think 10 plus years
Oh,
or
I
so.
think that's what he was saying. And I was like, dude, Sojo,
Yeah.
that's like a Excalibur type.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. He ran into a Paul too, which is a cool guitar. Those old Pauls, which is pretty rad.
Like the Pauls.
the Pauls, yeah. It's a heavy guitar, but it's interesting. So, but yeah, we've gone through a lot, and then I started playing bass. I've played everything. I play guitar, bass, drums,
Right.
so pretty much everything.
Okay, you're playing bass currently.
Yeah.
Are you writing? You're writing on bass too.
Yeah, the writing process is interesting. It
Yeah.
kind of, I've developed a relationship with him over. You guys have played together for a long time too, so you just look at each other. Here's something,
Yeah.
and you're okay. I got this. So it's a
Yeah.
jam thing. Sometimes I'll say I'll write on bass now because I've always been more of a guitar player for songwriting purposes.
Oh, sure. Right.
But then probably when I started this band with the guys with Jeff and Brian, I'm like, I'm just going to be a fucking bass player.
Sweet.
I'm done. I'm all in on bass. I'm
Nice.
just out.
Cool.
And I'm going to devote myself to being a pretty decent bass player. At
Yeah.
least on a rhythm basis because I'm singing too. So I'm not like going
Right,
crazy.
exactly.
with
Yeah,
You're
bass.
double duty, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not like Geddy Lee or anything.
Who is
yeah.
aliens?
Yeah.
Aliens.
So the songwriting it's basically a jam structure. Occasionally there's a structure, but we're not sitting down and I'm writing this song and I'm going to present it to you guys.
Yeah,
It's
does
more
it-
of a
yeah.
collaborative effort.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
We usually just do riffs and we're
yeah,
like, how do we
yeah.
make this a song?
Yeah.
What's the verse gonna be like? All right.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
something like this.
Yeah.
Nah, that kind of worked good.
You just do the same thing. I mean, we've probably all
Fuck
seen
the bridge.
those.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you see, we were talking about McCartney, and I know like Sound City, those docs, when you see them jamming with Grohl and Josh Homme,
Yeah.
and they're just going ba 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 da da, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god, they do it too.
Yeah.
Like
That's
like we do.
It's just the language.
We're not
Yeah,
shouting out keys or
Yeah, yeah.
notes, even though we
No, just like-
halfway know that stuff.
Yeah.
We're just kind of going ba 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 ba. No, do that again, but go slower or faster, or go 1 2 1 2.
We'll all agree on an
You know.
idea 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we all speak 3 different
Three different
languages,
languages.
but we all
yeah.
get there. We're like, we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
All right.
We all want the same thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Everyone will really say their piece, and
Yeah.
then we'll all go, okay, so we're running it again?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
one more time with
Yeah.
that in mind?
And then we
Okay.
just do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's right. Yeah.
That's great.
That's really fun. That's the best way, I think. Just it's
Yeah.
intuitive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we write the bridges, months
After.
later.
After. When
As
we
a rock-
realize we don't have one yet.
As a rock and roll trio, though, like when we check out the room demo and it's like 4.5 minutes, we're like, all right.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, we instantly are like, all right,
happens.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Especially for punk. What's your longest song, you think?
I think we got one that's on the record that's 420.
Whoa!
A good number.
That's a
and-
good number,
Yeah.
but that's a long song, though. It's a long punk song.
Our full length is actually going to come on 420.
Yes.
Can decide, so
Perfect.
that was a big push by Jeff.
Yeah.
Love you, Jeff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
that
We're gonna
makes
steal
us-
it just like you're stealing ours.
But yeah, I mean, just with instruments, there is some gaps there where like I after college, I kind of went solo, I guess you could say, and and built something else and got a development deal with Sony.
Ooh.
Put out a record that didn't go anywhere.
Okay,
That's awesome.
That was interesting.
what's
What
the name of
band?
this
Yeah.
project?
What's it
There
called?
was even one before that too. There was another thing. So
No,
Look, I'm gonna get as
there's some
many,
options.
No, we
I'm gonna
need
get
to know
as
all of
many
this.
different phases as I
Yeah.
can.
We need to know
because-
all of this.
Yeah, before that, probably when I kicked Brian out of the band, which is terrible. You meet people, you're turning 21, and I'm getting really serious about music. Met a guy, he had a development deal, I think it was, TVT Records?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long time ago. I'm trying to remember my facts, and I don't have any notes.
Yeah, they were like a big imprint,
Yeah.
rock oriented under one of the majors, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
it was, yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was formulating, it was Puddle and Mud days, where you're just making fake bands, for lack of a better term. I don't know if anybody's a Puddle and Mud fan.
Well,
Manufactured rock.
Yeah.
We're not
factory
listening now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a trip. It was about a year process where I just joined the band as kind of a hired gun of a singer and just rhythm guitar player, not playing somebody else's song. But they had a deal, so I was 21 years old and forced into the studio and singing other people's, the drummer's songs about his breakups. The band, of course, was you can't write this. It's called Closure.
Oh,
Nice.
So-
Can you still find the songs?
They continued. I quit the band because, long story short, we talked about how difficult the studio process is.
Long story
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. No, give us the deets, man. Yeah.
I was in the studio for 6-7 hours trying to cut vocals to match the drummer's angst about breaking up with somebody and having closure about his ex-girlfriends.
Oh my.
At that point, I'm not a good singer now, but I was not a good singer. I'm chronically flat. And it was just it wasn't going well. And the guys are like, we're gonna get back to this. And then I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't get into it because it wasn't my songs.
Right.
I was already writing songs.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah,
it just, these aren't mine, but this is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yep.
The guys are okay. I wasn't anything personal with the guys, but I wasn't going to get the chance to do anything. So I wasn't able to kind of sink my teeth into it. So I just left and I just ghosted the guys for a while.
That's the way to leave a band. Yeah.
But I eventually left. I
Yeah.
I said, I can't do it unless you think I could kind of write. And they're like, it's not going to happen. They ended up having like one single, I think, that kind of broke a little bit
Okay.
Yeah.
with some other groups. But then after that, I put together my own stuff and got a Brian Van Wright as a buddy's cousin I became really close with. He was a good drummer, like a phenom kid. He was like a 16-year-old, and I was a full-grown man. So
He's just ripping it.
He's just ripping it. He could play everything. So I lumped up with him, put together some demos, met some other people, met a producer that was big with Sony Latin markets.
Okay.
And he was branching off into the new metal stuff. He was going to do new metal and then rock. So he kind of pseudo development signed us, put together like 15 or 20 grand to have a rock record for me and another new metal band. Went through the process, but at that time I went to film school. And I kind of I realized that nothing was really going to happen. So I just used that as a networking tool and opportunity to meet other producers and artists and start doing music videos.
Oh, now
And
we're
that's kind of what it led. I never stopped playing music, obviously, with what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a 2 or 3 year gap where I went into the real studios and had like professional like studio guys playing my parts and
Nice.
drums. And, you know, there was a guy that played like half of Alanis Morissette's record that, you know, Taylor didn't play on.
Yeah.
But he was the drum guy on that for like a 6 or 7. It was just amazing
yeah.
to see those guys at a young age.
Yeah.
I think it was the guitar player from the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Blanking on his name. The early guy.
Yeah.
Played some stuff. So it was a
Watching the
trip.
process at work though is so entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just a complete novice. I had a general idea of Pro Tools and back with the Digi 001.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was my
I
jam.
just uninstalled the Digio 2 and the Digio 3
Yeah.
software off my laptop.
Yeah.
I loved that 01, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved that
Yeah.
01. I
That
got
was
some
back
good
in-
rock and roll on that 01.
That OS9 for those Macs. man.
OS9
You were
were
just,
the
you were
days.
just humming.
Yeah.
I was
so-
still on PC.
Oh, yeah.
Serial port. That's how that was
Yeah,
going
dude.
in, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to find adapters and shit to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pre-USB. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
We had something right before that, and I had a question. Okay, so coming from ska, you said there was an emo thing. No, that wasn't it. Movies, right?
Yeah.
Oh, film.
Yeah,
Started
film
getting-
school.
Yeah, film school. I went to Cal State Fullerton, which is not a real film school, but it's close enough.
Whatever.
It's a school.
It's a school.
Yeah.
I kind of just fell in love with particularly screenwriting at the time.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
And that's what I was into.
Good for music videos.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of had aspirations. I did an English minor and really got into writing screenplays.
So within, you're writing lyrics then?
Yeah, I was writing lyrics. Yeah,
Are you currently writing lyrics too?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, of course.
Yeah, I haven't stopped writing. Writing's kind of my, and everything I do is writing. whether
That's
it's
the
lyrics.
jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, creating the words
Yeah.
is the jam.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so film school kind of just went into, I did some dabbling in editing and directing, and then that was good, but I really wanted to be a screenwriter, but I was probably better at directing and editing. So I just lied my way in when I started networking to
Fuck
do the
yeah.
music videos
That's
and
what
say, I
everyone
did.
does.
I
Fake
know.
it till you make it. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like,
Everyone
I,
lies.
That's music too. I mean,
it's-
yeah.
Fake it till you make
Yeah,
it.
you go see someone playing, and you meet someone. You're like, oh yeah, dude,
I'm in a band.
I'm gonna play here next week.
yeah.
We played together yesterday. What's your name? Yeah, just
Oh,
lying.
that's a lie.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
just get in, dude.
You
It's
get in, you get
networking.
in.
Yep.
But the music videos were fun because going back to manufactured music, these are all artists that are still big in Japan and overseas.
Sure.
Old 80s and 70s rockers.
Hell yeah.
Bunch of guys that like Tommy Shaw.
Fuck yeah,
from,
dude.
From Styx.
Of course.
Jack Blades from Night Ranger. He was the singer that didn't sing Sister Christian.
Yeah,
that was the
that's-
drummer.
That was his.
It goes on and on with these guys, but it was a manufactured record with the producer that produced my record, which is terribly called Davenport.
Yes.
God, I love
Yeah.
that.
With the eye.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Not cool.
Where is this content? Can I hear
Yeah,
these
yeah, I was
songs?
gonna
Can
say,
Yeah, I could send you guys some links.
Yes, I
yeah,
wanna
for
hear it.
sure.
Because
Yeah.
it's still your writings. It's still all.
It's still there.
Yeah.
I have a SoundCloud page that's just kind of reminiscing of like all this stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
I got to dig for the ska stuff. I got to reach out to my buddy in Boston. The group that he'll have that.
I'd love to hear
Great.
it.
But I have everything else, at least enough. You'd be surprised. It's embarrassing, but good.
No.
But would you dig up
gotta
any of
keep
these
it.
things and recreate them with, Beach Boulevard
Oh,
energy?
I already have. Yeah. I've taken even a song that's on the record. That's the second single that we're putting out. It's got songs from another band I was in called Sequador. Just we've all been through this
Bands,
band thing.
bands,
Bands.
yeah,
Let's go. Hey, you're cool.
yeah.
Kind of. Let's play in a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before life hits you and you gotta pay the bills and have a family and settle down. So I've taken half the lyrics from a song I really liked and I kind of reworked them. And so
Nice.
it's like that was me then. This is me now, and that's going to be on the second single on Beach Boulevard. So,
Fantastic.
yeah.
One of my favorite examples of things that you liked is Train, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Soul Sister? Those are all just lines from other ideas that didn't
Yeah.
turn into songs. And he's like, I want to put all this together.
Nice.
Is
and
it
now I
really?
got, yes.
Oh, really?
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
That's
just
pretty
had a bunch of lines. He's like, let me just
love that
make it
song.
work.
Just wanted to put it all together and mash it up.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey.
Oh yeah. There's so many
hey,
ideas in
here
there.
comes the money
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, but the
Hated
rest of
that.
that is all, all I just kind of
Yeah.
thrown together. I love that. But even recreating things like the good ones, you're like, oh, I can't forget that idea.
Can't forget that. Yeah.
I love that one. I'm obsessed with that idea. I need that to survive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When did you start writing? Because is it lyrics first, or then is it jams first?
It's jams first, and just go. Just doing like the medley. You
Did
know,
you start?
that's,
What did you start writing on when you started writing songs?
guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, guitar.
The Strat.
The Strat. Yeah,
The white
Strat is
Strat.
where it's the white Strat is where it started. Then it was
Yeah.
a blue Strat. Then it was
Strat man.
no. It
Okay.
became I'm open to.
Okay.
You know, I'm open. I've had an SG, and the guitar I have now, electric guitar, is a Tele.
Yeah,
Like a 72 reissue.
Great.
So it's a good one to have.
Great.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hold on to that for life.
I mean, tellies
s-
always sound good.
Love a
As long,
telly.
as long
Yeah.
as the wiring's right.
So when we saw you play,
Yeah.
it was the Meteora bass, which
Meteora.
I absolutely love. Do you like it?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, you got.
I haven't
it's-
played one yet.
It's you just feel like you're fast and powerful with that thing. You know, it has the active pickups, which is cool if I want to funk it down with, which is fun at times if you're just messing around, you're playing with anybody else. But it's just a good punk rock bass. If you don't have to use the active pickups. It doesn't really work for punk rock unless you're doing something wacky.
Really heavy.
Yeah, really
Yeah,
heavy.
I forgot. I almost forgot about these.
It's super dope,
Isn't
and
it
it
only out
seems
for
to.
like 1 year or something?
They've had when I've been obsessed with the model, right? So as soon as I saw that body shape, I was like, "You sons of bitches!"
Yeah, that's
excellent.
big thanks to Rory O'Connell from Bristol to Memory. That's a good
Hey,
plug.
shout out Rory.
He hooked it up with that, so he's like a brother. So he's
That's
easy with
huge.
you guys, so
Yeah.
good man.
Any
Rory.
any deal on gear is a deal
Yeah.
on gear.
Yeah.
Because we need it.
Everyone likes gear.
Do you like amps? Do you like your amp? What are you playing out of?
Yeah, I got a it's the Fender Rumble. Sorry, I
Oh
was
yeah,
blanking.
dude, I got.
So I got a
Yeah.
Rumble 200. So
He's got the rumble right now.
yeah, I'm happy with
I went
it.
with
So
the fat one.
Oh, the fat rumble.
yeah,
I got the 500.
yeah.
Dude, the Fender Rumble's great.
Yeah.
I've been an Ampeg guy, like, I guess,
Historically.
yeah.
okay.
Like before, I was Hartkey, and then I was Ampeg, and Ampeg's been failing me off. Like,
He's just been cursed with all his
I have
Ampegs,
3
yeah.
heads, and only one of them half works. But so I was like, fuck it, I need
Thank you, sir.
an amp that doesn't weigh 5,000 pounds,
Dude.
that I don't have to have a 6x10 with.
Oh yeah.
And then I went and I looked. I'm like, dude, this price is not bad,
I
and
know.
like it weighs
Yeah,
like
you can
20
put it in
pounds.
hands, yeah.
I know you're just like, oh,
And it's
people
loud
like, do you
as
need some help? I'm like, no, I'm good. You're just casually just
Dude,
get
it's
hold of it
loud
with
as
2 fingers.
fuck.
Oh, dude,
Like
you could
when-
play an arena with that little thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's insanity.
Dude,
yeah.
yeah. I literally, I mean, if it's not just through my pedal.
yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love the Fender Rumble.
No, it's a good one. Yeah, I'm happy with the rig. So it's lightweight, easy to travel. You know, for the most part, we just play bars for the most part. Occasionally get a good big gig here and there.
Yeah.
Breweries and stuff like that. But that's kind of the jam. So
Yeah, you said you have a gig on the 18th too. Where is that at?
yeah, we're playing in Mother's Tavern in Sunset
Oh,
Beach.
okay.
So
Yeah.
That
that's-
is one of the best little secret
I
rooms.
love that place.
there is something
Isn't it?
magical.
There
We'll
really
get you
is.
guys in there because
Yes.
there's something magical about that tight, tiny room.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yes.
No offense to the Viper Room. We were having to talk about the Viper
Yeah,
Room
right.
being terrible. Yeah, we were talking.
It
about
does sound great.
The Viper
Um,
is awful.
Yeah, but
For
something
sound,
about
for
that
sound,
room.
for
Yeah,
sound.
for sound.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool as
Yeah,
shit.
cool place.
The history, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's all shit.
Cool ass green room.
Yeah. Yeah, nice green room. Yeah.
River Phoenix died right there. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Hiding
in the Viper room.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, Mother's is awesome. What a
Yeah.
great little punk rock room, and like, yeah, the best vibes.
Good vibes. Yeah.
Sunset Beach, like everyone's there
Yeah,
for
how
a
you gonna
great
go
time.
wrong?
Yeah, day after, we're hoping we still get the,
Yeah, the
St.
St. Patty's Day hangover.
hangover.
Day.
You know,
Yep. It's a Saturday.
It'll be a bender
It's
weekend on the
Saturday.
beach. It'll be a bender week.
you guys are playing too.
Yeah, yeah. At Boomtown Brewery.
Yeah, we'll see if people get extra drunk the day after.
Yeah, no,
right?
I think they will.
Yeah.
I think they will.
I think
This is
It's
the
a
year
Saturday.
where St. Patty's really it's all weekend.
Yeah.
and
It's
they
all
just-
weekend.
Okay.
we better hope Columbia comes up to L.A. all the cocaine, so they just keep partying throughout the whole day.
There
through
you go.
the weekend,
Yeah.
through
Yeah, yeah,
until Monday.
Yeah.
It was snowing in L.A. last night.
When we saw you guys at the brewery, you were playing wild because you were playing like a wide range of covers from like Ramones to Rihanna, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like That's dope. And if bass is like, one of your instruments, but not one of your instruments, you're still learning. How long of a set can you guys do?
We could probably fill almost 3 hours when it really came down to it.
Yeah.
Which this sounds weird, but this is the first cover band. We do originals. The record we're putting out is all originals.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been serious about covers.
They
They
pay.
pay.
They pay the bills.
They pay the bills.
Yeah.
As much as we hate to admit it.
I know.
We've been
So,
trained by them.
Yeah.
We take Post-its now because it pays the bills.
No, it pays the
Yeah.
bills. This is very true, and it keeps the vibe. The fun thing about being a cover band with a lot of tracks is you can almost be like a DJ
Yeah.
and kind of like change the songs based on the vibe of the room, as long as you guys don't suck.
Yeah.
And you could kind of roll with the punches.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fun part, which I never thought about until starting to play gigs after the pandemic business. And being like, it was like, wow, we've got a lot of
People
songs.
like live music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We do the same thing. We'll be like, if there's no one there, like we're starting slow.
Yeah,
dude.
we're starting with some downers.
Yeah,
let's get some
let's
downers.
get some
Comes
downers.
Margaritaville.
Yeah. And the good thing about we just sneak in our originals for the most part, unless we're playing it. It depends on
Yeah,
the
we
show
do
you're
that
playing,
occasionally, too,
you know?
yeah.
So, like,
We
Yeah.
totally do as well.
We've
Yeah.
been told by the right owners, the right bar, managers. Yeah. I want to hear one of yours, or they'll
Yeah.
come up and request
Yeah.
it themselves, and we're like, "Thank you." Scan
These people don't
scan
care.
the code.
Oh, yeah.
Scan the code, follow us, whatever. And now, Tom Petty.
Yeah.
And then we move right back to what and then the dance floor refills.
Dude, it's the
Refills.
best. We just murder, and like everyone's just like,
I know.
Okay.
like,
that was-
can you?
Now Tom Petty.
Yeah, you know, CCR.
It's a future classic. Don't worry about it. It's a future classic.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like Back to the Future. You guys don't know that one, but your kids are gonna love that one.
Any rooms like that treat you specifically well? Because Temecula has given us some good nights. The Long Beach area has given us some good nights as well. Those people, they both vibe with but we've done Perks before.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
like
can get a
Perks.
little rude. It can
Little
get a
rude.
little- can
Yeah,
get
the
a little
vibes
rude.
that's our area. Well,
Yeah.
we stay away from that
Oh
area
yeah,
for the
dude.
most part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
did
why
Perks
we
straight
stay away.
downtown.
Yeah.
Perks
It's
gave us-
aggressive. It's aggressive. Like there's a
Oh, we've had people jump on stage with us and shit. It gets ugly.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I just unplugged my mic one day because a chick just was like, "Let me sing it," and I was like,
Yeah.
"I was like, hit it, bitch."
Tell them all.
Yeah.
Tell them all.
I mean, I got to give it another shot. Mothers is great. The people there, you got
That's a great room.
it's motorcycle. The Mongols will show up, but then you have like, an 80-year-old come in with a walker, ready to pound, but then she'll start dancing, and it's like we always make jokes that we could play like Leisure World and just kill it, because the vibes there is right, and they're right up in your face. It's good, and also we played down south at the Gulls, the AHL hockey team for the Ducks.
Oh, okay.
It's a party down there. It's in San Diego. The
Oh,
Gulls,
yeah.
San Diego Gulls, and their arena,
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego's a different vibe altogether.
Yeah.
Love San Diego.
It's
San Diego too.
yeah, it's a great place. We always stop at Fiesta Island, which is fantastic. If you guys go down there, it's just a weird, creepy beach where you could drive on the beach.
Nice.
You could smoke out there. You could do whatever. It's hard to explain unless you know Fiesta Island.
I don't.
I'm going.
Yeah, we're going.
Fantastic. It's fantastic.
going.
Yeah.
We were almost
great.
going to name the record Fiesta Island because it's so amazing.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah.
But
Still got time.
that room down in San Diego is really cool because
Alright.
it's there's like a VIP room. It's not VIP. They open it up during the intermissions. If you're not a hockey person, there's intermissions and big breaks for like almost 20 minutes. So we play pregame and during the 2 intermissions for 20 minutes and postgame. But we just played, maybe a month ago, and it was college night and going back to the covers
Oh,
and
perfect. Yeah.
all of a sudden the place is jam packed, full of children. I was talking to guys. I'm like, this is college kids,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay,
These are teenagers. Yeah.
yeah. We played like all the white people hits.
Yeah.
It's like Shout from Animal
Yeah,
House.
yeah,
Place
yeah.
went crazy.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
Journey, Green Day covers,
Yeah.
Blink, all the
Yeah.
small things. And it
Yeah.
was like the place was insane. The people there, they were like, what's going on?
Yeah.
We've had a couple gigs that like not to that level, but on that
Awesome.
same level where it's just a built-in crowd, the energy's right. It helps that they have like
People like
$5
songs they know. Yeah.
$3 beer night helps too.
Yeah.
That definitely fucking
The
helps.
Ducks
Yes.
need to take a
Yes.
fucking note.
Yes, yes, they very much do. So.
Take an evening,
Yeah.
take the boys, run up to Frog and Peach and Slow.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
That reminds me of
That was college night for us. Yeah.
I like that.
they get happy.
Yeah.
You
Everyone
guys have
just
played
gets-
at Ducks at Honda Center, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that gig?
I would say great room.
Yeah, great room.
Great room.
Yeah.
The people party.
Yeah.
Of course. Everyone that like walked by us was, if
Taking
they were,
stickers
even if they were
and- yeah.
being rushed by someone behind them, they were like, wow, we're rocked. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Come on.
Dude, I mean, sing like, how are we gonna ever play anywhere bigger?
Yeah.
Well, there's somewhere else you could play. You're going to pretty soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a place down the street.
Down the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Across the freeway.
I don't know if we're talking about that yet.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But I mean, amazing. Like being loud to the point where you're being played through a stadium. It's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's the loudest we've ever been.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
sound checking for that arena, right? It's like I practice with any of these at any given point, and
Yeah.
I can get them very loud.
Yeah.
However, if you just go splam and it goes through this giant place, you go, it's pretty loud.
The place right up the street is even louder.
Nice. And I get to play real drums there. So.
Real drums, you do. Yeah.
Fuck yes.
We could talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We're
I don't know
excited.
if you guys were going
Of course we're excited.
You guys are playing at Angel Stadium.
Yeah, dude.
And it's because of you mostly, man.
Ah,
We thank
no,
you
it's
so
because
much.
of I think every time I've shared it with the guys
Yeah.
in the band, they're like, "My God!" It's always a surprise. And it's not to say like we hear bands all the time in my line of work, and so and so's in a band, but everybody likes you guys. It's just it's very
That's very sweet.
no, and plus
very
We got to
sweet.
keep getting those people to like us.
well, it's you got a good sports happy vibe too, which is not. I know you're not in a sports band, but it
We like
works.
sports. We all like sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely try to write catchy, hooky,
Loud.
rhythm
It's
loud
hooks.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's
make
hooks.
it. We want people to sing our songs, so they
Yeah.
write it so people can sing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
A lot of na-nas, a lot of yas,
yeah.
a lot of
Na-na-nas,
If you're telling me
yes.
that we're
Yeah.
gonna play
Lot of
stadiums
woes,
the
a
rest
lot of
of my life,
woes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in to play stadiums the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are gonna play a couple times.
Yeah.
My
wait.
young background is like in choir, so like big when you hear a bunch of people singing at once, you're like, this is music. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
This is a bunch of people like doing the same thing. So yeah, I mean, all of those things I want an arena to go, whoa, or
Yeah.
come
yeah.
on,
Yeah.
come on. 'cause
Yeah.
That's what she loves you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's really what I want. Wait, do you have a favorite Beatle?
it's got to be Paul.
Okay.
It's gotta be
Paul.
So
Good
sharp.
answer.
I'm a Paul guy too. I know it's
George
I'm
is
a
so
Paul guy.
fucking cool.
I'm a George guy.
Yeah,
I'm a George
right?
guy.
I mean,
Yeah.
You would be.
he's
know.
he's just like My Guitar Gently Weeps, but I know Clapton's on that, but it's a George song.
It's a George song.
But
Yeah.
but like there's just so much about him, and like even George's stuff after.
He's my favorite solo Beatle
yeah.
too. Yeah. That whole album, All Things Must Pass.
You're not a
Best-
Wings? You're not Team Wings?
I mean, I do like Wings too, but All Things Must Pass is the best Beatles solo album. It's a
just-
triple album.
He's
but,
just cool. He's like legit. He's
Yeah.
way cooler.
I
There's something
just saw-
cheesy about Paul.
like literally just
Yeah.
last night on a random YouTube thing, I randomly just saw them do the like one of their first American tours. I never knew on All My Lovin', you know how in the last verse they do the harmonies? George
Yeah.
sings those harmonies. I always thought John did. It's George. It's Paul
Yeah.
and George. Like fuck yeah. Go
Did you
more
guys,
more
did you guys
reasons to
go
look
through Get Back?
Yeah, love
Nope.
Get Back. He hasn't.
didn't?
We
You
have.
didn't?
Yeah.
I haven't
did.
rewatched it yet,
I know. I want to rewatch it. Yeah.
but I saw the whole thing.
yeah.
It was a long time, but I enjoyed
It's
it.
a long one. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
going
It's slow. It's slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the video editing is remarkable.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
They
it's,
had to
they
get
look
super creative
They
with
look
their cuts.
so human, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's like holy fuck, you're in the room. Yeah.
Oh, you have an extra eyeball on that too, because you're like, oh, great cut. Like,
Well,
that's a good
the editing,
archive. Like,
it was a mixture of the tapes that they had and footage, so they
Sure.
were cheating. So they were
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
cutting around with the cameras and like to make.
Because the mics
Things
are
make
always on. The
sense.
mics
Yeah.
are just always on.
So
Yeah.
like I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, that was magical. If you really watch, a lot of the sync is off, but they're telling the story.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so many tapes and
Right.
between footage and tapes that they're doing and how they. It's Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
right?
It
Who did
is.
that.
yeah.
That part I was like, whoa, this is not easy to do.
Yeah, it's a bajillion. It's like 50 hours of footage or something. Yeah.
I mean, I still video edit. I don't
Yeah.
do it like for a living right now. I do it still at work, but that was kind of my jam for 10 plus years. So.
Yeah. I think the project pretty right before that one. He did the "And They Shall Not Grow Old," right?
Yeah.
Like that half doc about World War II, right? And all of the soldiers, all the footage that they got from that time, it's like half reanimated to kind of tell a cohesive story about what was really going on there. And like people who had relatives in that war that had pictures of like, oh my God, I cried, I lost my mind because what you do is unbelievable. Tech's getting weird, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Harrison Ford is going to be a younger Indiana Jones in this upcoming one.
What about Chat GPT? You guys?
Oh yeah, dude, we've been doing
It's
some
the
shit
new
with
thing.
we've been
Yeah.
doing some stuff with ChatGPT.
We
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you gotten away with it? Have you had an assignment from someone and you're like, let me just...
Have you written an essay
let
with
me
it yet?
just...
I haven't, but I've
You don't have to say
thought
who
about
it is.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah.
Yeah, my day gig, I have to write a lot of scripts and stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you have to get stats and come up with some sort of stories. I tried. I'm like, that's not that bad. But the best thing to do is just when you're hanging out with your buddies is find topics
Bullshit,
to write
yeah.
songs.
Ah.
And you could write songs in the style of.
Random idea generators.
Yeah.
So you just then you just start reciting them. If you're drinking, smoking, hanging out with
Yeah.
your buds, you just start doing it. It's instant entertainment.
It's
If you-
super
if,
fun.
If
Yeah.
it's just killer and you're just
Yeah.
dead mood,
Yeah.
start just going there and saying, write a song based like on dogs farting in the
Yeah, yeah.
style of the Beatles, and it will,
Yeah.
whatever it's a he or she,
Yeah.
and it's not bad,
Yeah.
and it just ends up, and I strongly suggest doing that.
Yeah,
It's pretty
we did
amazing.
a promo video where we asked it like,
They wrote reviews for our new record.
write a bad review
Yeah.
Yeah.
about No More Rules by Film Speed, and you're just like write something, and we're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this thing really wrote a
Sounds
bad
like
review.
Pitchfork. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We taught it what the band people, like what the members of the band are. So
We
that
gave it more
It would
information.
say
It
like
learned our
Craig
name,
Broomball
yeah.
lead. and
We
then
armed it.
We were like,
Yeah.
write us the making of story of No More Rules by Film Speed. And it was like, well, Craig Broomball, the lead singer, Nick the bassist, and Oliver the drummer. And then it just like wrote us a whole thing.
Like our whole biography. Yeah.
So when we
wow.
run press for this latest LP,
Yeah, that's
we're
what-
really going to keep an eye on that verbiage.
Oh yeah.
Or we're going to
Because we already know what the reviews
use
are.
that verbiage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone was saying it's going to replace like songwriters, and I
don't think so.
think it has its place, but I couldn't disagree more.
No, I don't think it is, because I actually tried that two rehearsals ago. I had a bunch of stuff, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's still, if you're a songwriter, it goes back to that story about the infamous Closure Band, where I was singing somebody else's. You can't.
Doesn't
Yeah,
connect,
it
right?
doesn't feel good.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like there's artists that like sing other people's songs. Elvis.
Yeah.
It was either.
I mean, a lot of
great-
fucking singers sing other
A lot of
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
people. I don't know, but like if you're
Beyonce, Rihanna,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They
Pop stars,
Yeah,
yeah.
they take songs
Yeah.
written and they're able to
Transform,
emote. They're able to make it about a feeling, like actors, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they can portray someone who has an ailment that they don't have or something.
Yeah.
You're able to kind of emulate something. But when you're not into it,
Yeah.
music is the opposite. Music is an expression of
humanness.
Yeah.
this, right?
I guess it might work in Nashville. You have these songs.
It's been working in Nashville for a
big
long
thing.
time.
They probably developed the whole thing.
Yeah. The Nashville fake book, right, where you're showing up to a gig and it's already
The
pre-prepared.
standards, yeah.
Yeah, where they're all professionals and they're waking up and like, all right, I have a quota to meet. It's gonna be 12 songs by 4 o'clock.
Go to the office
Right.
and write songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they doing anything different than an algorithm? No, they have.
They're human algorithms.
They have
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
they've worked on in a notebook, and they just have to flip through pages, I guess.
Yeah, but I think even with that, they're probably basing all their writing off of experiences, right?
Hopefully.
ChatGPT has no experience.
Right.
ChatGPT
So
is
you
just
think.
fucking well.
It has other people's experience.
It's had no
Yeah.
sexual experiences yet.
I'm blocked on that.
Yeah, but yeah, people that even when Beyonce sings someone else's song, I'm sure that person that wrote that song had like a really intense experience or emotion, wrote something beautiful, and then
Yeah.
Beyonce's like, I can get in my shoes,
Yeah.
or I can get in your shoes with this, versus like,
Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is
ChatGPT.
If it's relatable enough, you can connect to it. And
Have
make
you
it your
guys
own.
ever written for anybody else or anybody else? performed
guess.
any
I
stuff?
have.
Yeah.
I've written songs for other people and collaborated with other people, and it is a blast. It's fun, and my brain is kind of constantly singing to me. So whatever's in the air, and you throw something, and be like, great, that sounds great, and here's what I've got. And so there's always music, right?
I'm gonna try it too.
I haven't found it as satisfying as singing it my damn self.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just me. I have not found it as satisfying as
you
singing
have
my
to
damn
be in a
self.
sense
Got it.
putting yourself to
Yeah,
work.
Yeah.
You know?
got it.
Like you're
collect,
taking
I'll
the
collect.
fun part of music and going, "This is a job."
That's right. Yeah, correct. And I'm like taking something of mine and having like someone else. You know,
Yeah, it's
I
a-
can when you said the drummer wants me to sing like that. I'm like, well, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. yeah.
I'll
That's
try.
gonna be- That's gonna be really tough to do. Yeah, I joined a project that went through the little miss. And like when I joined, it was like, help me put these songs together. You can be like a music director.
Yeah.
And then I contributed songs to it. The LP comes around. We have a full band, great drummer, incredible bassist. One of those 5-stringers that chews gum and looks around. It's like one of those. And in the studio though, we're done with all like 11 tracks, and the producer's like, "Here's your keyboardist." I'm like, "We have a keyboardist. You're redoing the entire thing. Our keyboardist parts is not making the record."
Whoa.
That's
Just replacing
weird.
him? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So there's something when
Wait,
you're
you
that
had
like
a keyboardist and they brought another guy in and we're like, "Sorry."
yeah. And so I was already like half removed from that material, and then it's like, oh, okay, it's all kind of a show.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand entertainment, but like maybe this is not the album that I want to make. You
Yeah.
know? Maybe
Yeah,
I want
for
to make
sure.
something that like I can listen to in 5 years and be like, fuck yeah.
Or just laugh at. Which is pretty,
One or the other.
We've
Oh,
got
no,
we've
well-
got enough of that.
oh yeah.
That record's amount of plays, laughable. Very laughable. I keep laughing about it. But I still, but it's networking too, because I still have emails with that producer, I guess. He's a good
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. I don't think he works for this record.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we can afford him either.
Not on this record. Not on this record.
So how's the
Next
process with this record? Did you guys do everything yourself, or do you have
All
a
ourselves.
producer?
We built
All
this
ourselves.
studio ourselves to make this
Beautiful
record.
studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He got this place, and so we ripped this down to the studs and put in everything, and then
made a record in it.
said it's time to do the album.
Did you guys write here too?
No.
Well,
I mean, like,
Yes.
sure.
the
We
initial-
finished it here.
Yeah, the
We
initial
finished it here.
ideas were in a desert,
Yeah.
and then we brought them here, and
Which
And
which
hammered 'em
desert
out.
was it?
Joshua Tree.
yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
Yes.
came back, picked the ones that we liked, and then extrapolated, like turned them into whole songs.
Because we set aside like a couple nights, just went out to the desert, and then 30 some
30 songs,
demos,
yeah.
just like skeletons of songs.
Okay.
Came back and then
Basically 30 riffs.
said,
more or
said,
less. Yeah.
crap, and then got rid of 2/3. Crap, and then in with this.
Complete tangent, but have you guys seen that Rufus Joshua tree? They play out there, Rufus to Soul.
No.
Dope,
You got to check it out.
Okay.
like a full set type of thing.
It's a whole concert out there, just them.
Great.
It's
Sweet. I saw Census Fail playing Joshua Tree. That
You know where
that's
Census
cool.
Fail are playing?
Where?
Angel Stadium.
When? Oh, because one.
That'll be
I don't have the
dope.
date. It's I believe it's in August.
Okay.
be dope.
I'll go.
They
I'll
are
be there.
coming.
Yeah, I mean,
That'll be dope.
we're 5 minutes from
Yeah.
here. so-
There's a
It's-
lot of natural plugs happening.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna get some
Fantastic.
Census Fail cult members in the house. That's
Yeah, I
gonna be
hope so.
wild.
We have a lot of. There's a couple people on our crew that are very excited about
Oh,
it.
I love that. The great band.
Rory himself is like, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Wanacott's playing, right? Daniel. is-
Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be great. Fantastic.
So you guys wrote in the desert, and then
Yeah.
a lot
Run the
of it-
Desert came back,
Okay.
whittled it down, and then just
That was
Hammered the steel.
that was
into the
before
floor.
we built this place, though.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I had just gotten this house, and then we went to the desert.
Okay.
And then we built this place, and then
it was
finished
still
the
like that
songs. Yeah.
early stage pandemic where we couldn't really do any gigs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were still no
was-
gigs.
We were still
no
live
gigs, yeah.
streaming in a practice space.
That's right.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
monthly, cost.
Yeah.
And there's no gigs.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out what the monthly cost is about. You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
don't have any gigs. And then all this happened.
Yeah.
And then we just said, let's go disconnect from everything. Bang it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. How long were you guys in the desert?
2 nights.
Yeah, I was there for an
Yeah,
extra night to
yeah.
take all of those ideas and then put them on a laptop with some fake
Okay.
drums and be like, this is kind of a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Do you
That's
like
cool.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah. These 12 tracks, did you write them all to the point of 12? Like, let's get that many? Or was there different demos and stuff throughout the process?
There were some demos. A couple of the songs we did a couple live recordings. We didn't even talk about the original name of the band. We'll get there.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
We did some live recordings in the studio with another studio that's actually down the street from here. Coincidentally, a buddy, Josh Arrogane.
Shout out Josh.
Shout out to Josh. I'll remember the name of his studio. That's bad. I've been doing so well. But anyway, we did
Blame
a couple.
it on Modelo.
Yeah, exactly. Blame it on the Modelo Oro.
The Oros.
Oro. It's got to be said like the Modelo Oro.
With a little massage.
Yeah, there were some demos. Yeah, we did some recordings. Like you guys during the pandemic, we kind of met up in my garage, did some recordings, did some like electric
out.
drums recording. We released some stuff. We've hashed them out for a while, so probably three of the 12 we've hashed out significantly.
Okay.
The other ones are newer ones that
Okay.
were almost all of them, except for like maybe 2 or 3, were written during the pandemic. You know,
Which where is Castaway in this
Castaway
mix?
is a pandemic song that
Got
we
it.
wrote. Early pandemic, we figured out we used a software called Jamulus, and we started
Was
rehearsing.
that like a remote jamming thing?
Yeah,
Cool.
our
Sweet.
it was amazing. It changed everything. So
I've been
like,
looking into solutions for that. You found a good one.
we tried a lot of them.
Don't they suck?
They suck. yeah.
Yeah.
The latency almost sounded like you had to kind of unplug your modem every
Yeah.
once in a while, restart it.
I was behind an
Hilarious.
initiative to try and solve one of those issues for like a
Yeah.
product. Yeah, because it's such a gap.
Yeah, it totally. You have to be Ethernet. You have to be hardline.
Mm.
You have to be even. You could say that you could be far away, but you have to be in the same area for it to really work. So we were all in Huntington,
Yeah.
within like I don't know, like a 2-mile square radius.
Sure.
So I think that kind of helped. I think
Sure.
it wouldn't,
Yeah.
but I think it does.
Oh, definitely.
So we were in our garages and it worked. It was just sound like delay a little bit, the
Mm-hmm.
latency. So we just wrote a shit ton. We got super high, super drunk. Dark times for everybody.
Well, there's a pandemic.
Pandemic
going on.
going on.
Yeah.
If that's how you spent yours, well worth the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you made it work for you. Other
yeah.
people had a
Yes.
bad time.
I
Very bad
googled Pangea. Hear No Evil Studios.
Well, are
you're
you
looking
trying to
at
find
the
the studio?
Love and
That's
Laughter
fine.
Studios.
Love and laughter. Thank you.
Hey!
Love and laughter. Josh Arrogane.
Google.
Love and laughter.
Good
Shout out
old
Love and
Google.
Laughter.
Put that back in. Creative editing.
yeah.
We're gonna drop it in. You're gonna
drop
say
it
it
in.
like
Yeah.
seamlessly.
Great guy. I went to high school with him too. He
Oh,
lives
there
in
you go.
Queen Street. It's literally right down the street.
Okay.
I was like, am I going there to come see
Yeah.
you? So I was confused. So. Yeah. So yeah, the record came together. It's been a lot. We've worked our ass off. Like I told you, it took about a year.
Yeah.
We've demoed it, and I've never tried so hard. Even going back to some of those early, real studio
Real. Yeah.
stuff
real.
I had
yeah.
opportunities to do. This time I'm like, I got simple ass bass lines, but I'm gonna play the shit out of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a different perspective, and that comes with working with Rory. He's just fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rory's an easy guy to work with. Yeah.
Easy guy to work
There's
with.
a way to chunk up simple bass parts and make them sound cool. You can
Yeah.
do different rhythms. You can strike differently.
Yeah.
It's all get
Yeah.
the right tone.
But Rory and Daniel both, they're hook oriented. They're like, let's make this part sound cool. You know?
Yeah.
Great band, great
Yeah.
song. Let's translate it to a record that has, it
Some
immediately
edge.
from a distance, someone's already dancing to it type
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah. Daniel mastered the record too.
There you go.
and-
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, which is really cool. We were talking before, and I was making a joke. The mastering process is just magical. You're just separating frequencies.
Oh, we're there right now. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're doing with this record right now.
It almost sounds like somebody else does your record better than you recorded. If you get
what
the
you
right
hope.
Ideally,
guy.
yes.
so
Yeah.
we're just kind of blown away. It's emotional. Like all three of us are dads. We're older guys, kind of
Yeah.
like still like hanging on to this. But it's been such a surprise to get such a positive reaction with the band.
Sure.
So it's kind of emotional. It's like, we're like in our early 40s, and we just made our fucking record.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
You know,
That's
all
great.
three of us have 2 kids. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
that
it's a
segues
trip.
nicely. You guys were originally called the Dilfs, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
You see where I was going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you started as the Dilfs, right?
We did,
Yeah, okay.
We
Yeah.
started as the Dilfs. My daughter was born, and I couldn't get out of the house until you have kids. It's the baby time is rough.
Priorities, man. Yep.
I just got a
Big time.
dog. I can only imagine what a
Yeah.
human is like. Yeah.
So once I started getting the ability to go out and short stints at a time.
Yeah.
My buddy Brian, he met Jeff Olenek from preschool, and then he's like, "Hey, I play drums. Let's try this out." Didn't know the guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you met as
What?
dads. You met
We met as dads.
Hell
and we're
yes.
And Jeff
Oh,
is
that's
such
so
a
great.
positive. Yeah, Jeff is such a positive guy, and we're like, "Oh, who's this guy?" And like,
And a
Brian-
hell of a drummer.
he's a great drummer. But me and Brian are on the same. We're sarcastic dicks. And like we're like, what are we gonna do? Like, is he kind of like, will he drink or like, will he smoke?
Does he party? Yeah.
Does he party?
Yeah.
We don't know. So we're feeling him out, but he's just real positive. He's like, hey, guys, that's cool. Everything's positive.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we didn't know that he was like in another band too, and he was coming. He was trying to like
Oh, drum
figure
hustle.
this out. Drum
Drummers.
hustle.
Drummers.
But something clicked, and we wrote a song that's on the record called "Stay Gold." It's not going to be one of the singles, but it's going to be released with, and we did record that before as the Dilfs.
Nice.
But that's where it kind of stuck. We did one song, which is kind of like it's a Jimmy Eat World rip off, I guess you could say.
Sure.
It's got that
Good
vibe.
band to rip off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good band to rip off.
It's got that vibe, and we're like, oh shit, there's something here. But that's cool. Let's do some interesting covers. I got the Rihanna Stay idea that Brian and I did as acoustic act for a little while. Let's try this as punk rock band, and that sounded great.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is fun. Let's keep doing this just for fun. Why don't we just call ourselves the Dilfs? Because it's hilarious.
I love it.
Why not? We met as
'cause
dads.
nothing's gonna happen. We're just gonna go to the
Right.
rehearsal studio.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, and like maybe play a buddy's, somebody's
House
40th
party.
birthday
Yeah.
party,
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that.
was-
And then the pandemic happened. And that's when we fine-tuned, wrote a zillion songs, and shut down. And then we came out of it as the Dilfs still.
Okay. Right.
And
So
seemed
what led to the name change?
the Dilfs brilliant for marketing, but we all have daughters.
I understand.
Fair enough.
Even then, like you can't.
I mean, I would still do it.
I know.
I get it.
The wives were. Everybody was all about it.
Yeah.
And Brian's gonna hate hearing the laughter because everybody loved. We had a creative logo.
Yeah.
You remember it,
Yeah.
but
I totally get it.
yeah, it's just like it's something about like you work your ass off. You have a family. You work a day job.
You just want to take it serious. Yeah.
Well, you just want to be able to talk about the fun stuff and
Sure.
not give a disclaimer. Like,
Yep.
I'm not a douchebag.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think I'm a sexy dad. It was a joke.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
don't do
Hey.
that to yourself.
Yeah.
my
I was gonna
friend.
say,
Sexy dad.
those who
Right?
mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it was a long process to get a new name, and Beach Boulevard surprisingly wasn't taken. And
I don't know how, because when
Yeah,
you
right?
said that, I was like,
Yeah.
genius. That's a
Yeah.
great name.
And there's something about
What
Beach
was?
Boulevard.
Sorry, I missed it. What was it?
Beach Boulevard.
Beach Boulevard
it's taken?
wasn't. It's not
No.
taken.
Oh, it's not.
I
Yeah.
don't know how it wasn't.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an incredible name.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an old late '90s punk rock like comp that came out that a lot of people know, but I didn't know about it. But it's like punk. It's not like the cheesy pop punk that I grew up with. But that's
real
it.
punk.
Punk goes crunk,
Yeah,
and what
yeah,
it
there
turned
you go.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and
Sorry,
then
machine
like we
maker.
grew up in that area. We talked about Lamrod. We talked about Orange County.
Yeah.
We're living in
Descendants,
Huntington.
all that shit. Yeah.
Descendants.
Yeah.
Beach Boulevard is cool, but
Yeah.
it's also grungy. Like there's like
It's a long street.
There's a hooker vibe.
It's a long street.
There's
Yeah.
there's a
Go-
serial killers
Go on
that
the other
on
side
there,
of the 405.
Yeah,
It all changes.
Yeah,
it all
yeah.
changes. It's kind of seedy, so it's got a punk rock vibe.
It's a very
to
long
it.
street. It's got a number. It's
Yeah.
it's a
39,
highway
dude.
State
technically.
Route
Yeah.
39.
39. Yeah.
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 Oh
So
yeah,
that kinda
Beach
stuff.
Boulevard and Harbor, right? They have their highs and lows. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Where's Harbor's high?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Harbor's got some highs.
I like
Pleasant
Harbor.
Boulevard.
Goes
It's
into
a decent
Newport, you're
boulevard.
right.
But when we changed the name, we got more shows. So,
I
just saying. Yeah. Kind of
wonder why.
Yeah.
What else is in the running? Like what was you
what
almost
did we
decided on?
have?
Yeah.
I have this terrible thing with rad being kind of my brand.
Rad.
Okay.
Cool.
Rad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really
That's actually
cheesy.
the last text I got from you. was
Yeah,
rad.
I know. Yeah, show it to the
Perfect.
camera.
Yeah, that's perfect.
We had to just explain to a Swedish
Yeah.
mastering engineer
Just
what rad
yeah.
was.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, we said he gave us a sample. He said it sounds rad. He's like, "What does rad mean?"
You just changed his life.
yeah.
Well, he's already Swedish. He's already
Yeah.
a genius at
Yeah.
everything music.
Exactly.
We said
Yeah.
rad equals radical equals really good. We
Really
liked
good.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rad names, and then Brian, because he's a brother, he's you're not doing that. That's fucking stupid.
What was your favorite rad name?
Super rad.
I don't even remember. It was something like
We're not cool. That's cover band. Yeah.
Honestly, it might have been something like that.
Yeah.
Tell
Like
your
the Rad
mom.
Guys
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Tell your dad we were super rad Aquabats.
I got a list. I got to find it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of beach stuff too, but like we didn't want to
Totally.
be too beachy. But we are Beach Boulevard. But that just
Yeah.
Boulevard.
like-
you got Boulevard.
yeah, we got the
Yeah.
Boulevard
You're
in there.
like the Beach Boys. Is that taken?
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I mean,
is.
Beach
Okay.
Boulevard at least is like for me, the farthest way from like being like we're the beach combers. We're
Yeah.
the, we're,
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
we're the beach
We're
bombers.
the parrot heads.
Beach
Yeah.
Boulevard is excellent,
Yeah.
and those in the know, like anyone in Southern California, already knows that, and
Yeah.
like anyone outside of that looks into it, and it's a giant
Fucking street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
highway street.
Yeah.
It's a perfect name.
And as
Yeah.
you guys know, Film Speed's a great name.
Thank you.
There's an element of marketing. You want it to be sound cool.
It's got to
and look cool
be memorable. Yeah.
and memorable.
Yeah.
So like that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
So like we it just kind of it felt right, and I'm like I could make a bunch of logos.
Nice.
I could
I
kinda
do
do
like this
that.
fucking thermos you got here, man.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
sticker.
You
yeah.
made these logos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
Fuck,
I kinda
you should make our
dabble in-
logo.
I got you guys. I got you guys.
You're a renaissance man.
Yeah,
Between
yeah.
the video, logo design, all of the instruments. Okay.
I don't know about Renaissance man. I fake it. That's basically it.
That's
Yeah,
what they
so-
would say.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like that's what they would say. Oh, I'm good at a little bit of things here
Yeah.
and there. No, man. Video wise, are you doing videos for the record?
Right now, this is going to sound very strange, but I've become obsessed with stock footage.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's become a necessity with my day job in entertainment because of rights and all that madness. But
Yeah.
I've found that a lot of these sites you could really dig with search words and keywords and find anything
Yeah.
and
Oh,
tell
yeah.
stories that make sense.
I know of a rotor. Do you use anyone that's also really good? Rotor is
Rotor?
yeah, rotor.
Okay.
When you're talking about
Stock
footage?
compiling
Yeah.
stock footage,
Yeah.
Rotor. I work in music distribution, so they're like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
sister company that does
Okay.
generate a video through a giant content pool
Okay.
of pro filmmakers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is like high-end stuff.
Okay.
Like it's a couple services that I would subscribe to. It's relatively inexpensive, and you get in the weeds, and you could tell stories with this stuff.
Nice.
And if you know how to video edit and create filters and kind of make it look cool, kind of color grade and color correct stuff, and make things not so drastically different,
Right.
you could make a music video
Nice.
and make a lyric video. Like I dabble in animation too and text animation. So
God damn it! You just more things just keep popping up. Yeah.
Just keep creating.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we've been doing. I think for the first 4 singles, no, we already have them done. I have lyric videos based in stock footage.
Great.
Cool.
And I was able to, a lot of the songs, it goes back to Long Beach. We talked about Long Beach earlier.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's my formative years. I consider Long Beach my home. I love that place. So a lot of the songs are like back in the days when we're single and having fun and being idiots in Long Beach.
You're talking Reno Room, right?
Reno Room is my jam.
So you know that apartment that shares the parking lot?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in the studio apartment.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I didn't sleep much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Long Beach.
That
so
was
much.
I live right by Wilson.
Yeah.
On Loma, so I go straight down to Reno Room. I would ride my bike or walk, or I was cool and had a motorcycle for a little while.
That was one of my favorite spots
Yeah.
because I was able to take my dog to Bluff Park
Yeah.
and do the thing.
Yeah.
And that was one of my favorite spots. But having the parking lot right there was brutal.
Yeah.
It was just
My second time in Long Beach, I was over by Cal State Long Beach off of Studebaker.
great. Great
That
spot.
was a really great spot.
Yeah, it's very
Because it was not noisy or near
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
I was very far away.
First time we were in Long Beach is
Atlantic and Artesia across
Atlantic
from
and
Jordan High
Artesia.
School.
Yeah.
That's where we moved.
great deal.
Yeah,
Great deal
great
in the
deal.
apartment. Yeah.
We
Yeah,
came
yeah.
from Detroit though, so it wasn't
gorgeous.
It wasn't a big difference. We were like walking to the Compton DMV, and people were like, What the fuck were you walking?
Yeah,
I'm like,
why
I
are
don't
you-
know. I gotta go to the DMV. Do you
Why
know
are you
you
walking?
are?
Yeah,
I'm like,
I looked up DMV.
There's palm
in my
trees.
Thomas guide. I like the Thomas guide jokes. There's so many. Yeah.
You guys need to jam with Overrides are in Long Beach. They do
Yeah.
Alex's Bar a lot, and they're straightforward, amps cranked,
Yeah.
punk rock. And,
Yeah, Alex's Bar is a great place. We
Love
haven't played
Alex's
there
Bar.
yet. Have you guys been able to play
yeah,
there?
yeah. We played there a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got a good vibe.
always a good, like probably one of the best punk rock rooms.
Very punk,
in
yeah.
Long Beach, right?
yeah, it's
It's great.
it's not like so hidden in a secret room. You know,
Yeah,
'cause
people
there's
know
there's
about
like
it,
punk
yeah.
rock rooms that people like only know if you're in the circuit.
Yeah.
So it's a little more commercial and,
Yeah.
and mainstream.
The
but
chick
it's a
at the
great
smoke
place.
shop
Legit.
across the street was wearing an
Yeah.
Alex's Bar hoodie. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Dope.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's a really nice venue that's not over 300 capacity.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I
you
love
go.
the stage. Oh, hooray.
Nice.
Send his ass to voicemail.
What
do you want?
Yeah.
Would you guys do? I mean, Doll Hut's like the most punk room. I can
Yeah,
think of.
we got a show gig offer on the 17th too. Just play the
On Patty's?
Yeah, we couldn't do it.
Good for you.
I'm gonna make fun of Jeff right now. I know.
Yeah.
It's like I play there in some other bands with Brian actually.
What a room, eh?
It's like it's
This
a
guy
fun vibe.
hates
I
the
fucking
fucking
hate
dog.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a vendetta against it.
I
Yeah.
already,
What do you hate about
the
it?
last episode? I already did like 15 minutes. So I'm not doing it again.
What's the best place that you've played at that you vibe on?
Yeah, what's your
yeah.
personal favorite room?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying
The
to.
Honda Center. Yeah.
Honda Center,
Yeah.
Angel Stadium.
Easy answer.
I mean, like
yeah.
back in the day,
Yeah.
like I loved a lot of shows at the Alley in Fullerton, but like
Oh yeah.
Troubadour was awesome.
Troubadour.
Key Club was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Slide Bar gave
Slide
some
Bar
good
was
nights.
Slide
very
bar. I
good.
played
Yeah.
slide bar.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace,
Yeah.
Slide Bar.
Rest
That
in
was a
peace.
great.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to pick a place that's not just like, oh, this is a great one-off, because like, I mean,
Did you guys play
Yeah,
the
a
room
place
at
you know
Slide Bar,
actually
or
well.
You guys play on the outside stage.
Bar,
No, it was the main room.
It was the main room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't the bar room, if that's the.
No. It was
There's
Yeah.
three
the main
stages.
room.
There was three stages.
The-
there.
That
Yeah.
one tiny stage was never used.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
it used. Yeah.
No, I never saw.
I think
it.
I saw
that's-
karaoke of a really
The karaoke
Yeah.
band did that, like the live karaoke thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean
I miss
that.
the Slide
I was
Bar.
so sad to see Slide Bar go.
I
'cause
know.
What
Yeah.
like a staple
it's
of
so
Orange
close to
County
here.
music.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So supportive.
Yeah.
Like
Always
shows-
treated you well.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
And when they went under, I was like, that's
Wow.
bad financial management because you
Yeah.
guys packed
I know.
like
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And your food wasn't cheap, so I don't know
Yeah.
what
happened.
what
Yeah, if you're-
happened.
I don't understand either. You know what else? The Chain Reaction
It's
Yeah.
a good room.
is a fucking good room.
Yeah.
It
It's a
is.
good room.
Yeah.
When,
Yeah.
when back in the
They
day,
have
when we
beer
played,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when
It's an even better room.
Yeah.
we played that place like 50 fucking times at least.
Yeah.
And like every time we played, it like
People come.
90% of the time was
Probably one of
was
the
a
best
fucking
known places.
great- Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was just switching teams, just to
I'll
get
switch
the
teams.
Yeah.
I'll switch
Yeah,
teams.
yeah.
But the alley for sure, dude. I was sad when the alley went away.
Yeah.
The alley had that cool thing where like it was a really large main room and the stage was in a corner.
Yeah.
So it was still big enough for even a ska band, but then there was plenty of room for merch. There was plenty of room for everything, and then there was an outdoor patio thing. That whole train station area where they have like this amount of space and then this extra amount of space.
Yeah.
And you got to like either attend a show and just talk to fans outside of the show, but
Yeah.
still in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, connect with people after the set.
Yeah.
Either right by the merch table or they're taking a smoke break just outside and you can talk to them there. Yeah.
Have you guys done any observatory?
Not
Stuff.
yet.
Not yet. We want to.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Not
should.
yet. I think
That's
maybe
the Constellation?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that's the
Constellation
The
would be like
medium-sized room.
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be an
We
aim
did,
for
uh,
like our record release if we get
be
that
nice,
going
yeah.
like in summer or something like
Yeah.
that. But
We did the Parish room at House of Blues. That
Okay.
place was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like that
Parish
place.
Room's a pretty decent sized room.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's where we played with Bristol as the Dilfs.
that makes
There you
sense.
go.
That was the parish room.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good sized room. That's
It
a
is.
really
It's
good
almost
vibe.
a full club on its
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Isn't this weird? It's like a brick though. Like it's this.
Yeah.
It's very square.
It's
Yeah.
very square.
Rectangular.
But the backdrop is pretty cool.
Yeah,
kinda
it's a
like
nice
that.
room. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice room.
It
Yeah,
just,
they killed it there. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Don't they crush?
They
I love-
crushed.
I love
Tiny
that.
Stills played there too with us.
Yeah.
They're playing at Angel Stadium
Tiny
too.
Stills.
Love
Great
Tiny
band.
Stills, They're
Yeah.
great too.
Yeah, they're a good band, so we're
Yeah.
excited for that. So yeah, that was a fun time. I forgot about the Parish Room, man. How sweet is that?
Now we're talking about a bunch of Wiretap Records band. Would
Yeah.
that be if this record, if you picked it up for Orange County label, would you pitch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what do you-
why not?
Yeah,
know,
what are
I-
you guys planning on doing for release
You know
or
what?
promotion?
Right now,
or
we're trying to just kind of go the playlist creative way to kind
Mm-hmm.
of hit up, some of the regular people that have, blowing up with playlists. And we
The single release,
the single
over,
release,
over
Sure.
time
yeah,
thing.
over
Yeah,
time
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So like
Okay.
we're pitching Castaway right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get our act together. It's just hard with life and everything. Right now,
Dude.
we're just excited to just get
Yeah.
it out.
You
It's
gotta
been a
put
long
time away.
process.
You got to take
Yeah.
that like.
Yeah.
I got this extra hour. I guess
Yeah.
it's going here.
yeah.
And then there's so many services out there and ways to do that. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
So
It's
like,
it's my least favorite part of the job. is-
yeah. So like we want to pitch it. We're just starting to, like, Jeff and I and Brian. We're trying to just find and talking to Rory and Daniel to find the best resources to kind of really go with this. And then we can pitch it. We got to pitch it to labels. You never know.
You gotta try.
Honestly,
You gotta try.
we're just excited to be doing this.
Yeah.
So like. We're just putting it out. It sounds like a real record. It's
Mm-hmm.
really surprising. 'Cause, I mean, it's just because it's it's a full process, and it's been a while since
Yeah.
me personally have done this. So, and for the other guys, we're just kind of like in awe and emotional about it right now.
It's got to be
So-
That's awesome.
fantastic when it
Yeah.
sounds like it turned out like better than you anticipated it.
like
yeah.
1,000 times. Like, we're serious about this band. We
Yeah.
put in the work.
Yeah.
But it's like we're not in the stage of life where we're just gung ho 100% about
get
the
it.
band.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if something happens, that's rad.
Yeah.
right?
Because that's like
It's an
my-
open industry. Music. Yeah.
music was my first endeavor into hoping I could make it full time, and then entertainment and film and production and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
My plan too. I got that, but you never know. You
course
hear those
not.
Everclear stories, old guys like.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the Everclear singers, but I think he was.
Art Alexakis.
Thank you. There you go.
Like,
I think he was 43, if I'm not
Oh,
right, when
shit.
they kind of broke.
yeah.
So
Oh,
he-
what a great record.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, the
That debut
National blew
record's
up. They all
insane.
blew up in their
the
fucking-
National too.
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah.
huge National.
Love the
fan.
National.
I love
Yeah.
the National.
They all broke in their fucking
Fits in the
early 40s.
Tantrums.
Fits in the Tantrums. Yeah.
New record out for
Bruce
them, and
fucking Springsteen broken.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's never too late.
Never too late. So we're just excited to.
It's
just
record
to be done.
first. It's something that you guys are really all excited about. and
Yeah.
that's-
Song first.
that's
Music
it.
first. Yeah.
Music first, song first, and
Yeah.
like we're trying to market it right and get creative with the marketing as much as we can. Just it's grassroots.
If you need a
Kinda
green
go.
screen for some music video, let
Yeah,
us
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You know?
I could get you some. I could hook you up with getting some good stock footage.
Dude, we
Lyric
could
videos
use
are
it.
my jam.
We could
So-
totally
No,
use it.
we were just talking about lyric videos because we want to 13 tracks, right? When we want to make a video content for everything, for all of it,
Yeah.
for all of it. And if lyric
know a
videos yeah, that would be dope because content is king.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if someone finds you and they're like, "Oh, I love this song because it was suggested through a YouTube algorithm because something else they watched," then you win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you win.
So let me ask you guys: Are you guys heavy? Are you doing heavy social media? Are you
No,
going into TikTok?
Not yet. We're trying to. We're
Oh.
gonna start with this record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a
It sucks, right?
Fucking hate it.
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
We're gonna get the video content for the record as we're doing the videos, and then try and TikTok because
Yeah.
for a band like us, it doesn't behoove us or help us any to like do a dance.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
gonna shake our asses.
Yeah,
I definitely understand what TikTok is. It's Vine.
Yeah.
It's Reels. It's everything that everyone's trying to be. It's quick videos
Yeah.
that are entertaining. What do they serve me? Corgis and sloths. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally
I
get
get
it.
pugs and like rock polishing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I get a lot of cooking shit. That's
Yeah.
I
basically all
fully
get.
understand the point, but I think we'll have to create video content specifically for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like-
also I've been doing the promo shit with us. I'm like, let's just shoot.
I'm
let's shoot like
I-
30 seconds of something. So
Right.
we like have our heads spinning. With
That's
our
why
green
I'm just
screen
happy we're
suits.
thinking about
Yeah.
it this far in advance, because like if we're thinking about it as the record's coming out, it's too late.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
Like what
you know.
I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, but you know.
Oh, but you have a single throughout, like
Exactly. You already have single releases and shit. We haven't even done that. So
You have a release date.
We have a release date.
we
have
don't even
4
have.
single
We
releases.
don't fucking have
And we
one
got
of those.
420 as an album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
fantastic.
It's a
we're
good
talking
date.
a big game, but watch us execute it.
You guys are gonna kill it.
Yeah.
I got your back. Whatever
Hard
you need.
facts,
Yeah.
yeah. But the racket,
It's the game.
Who would you tour with if you went out tomorrow? Like,
Man, that's a good question.
How about this?
Yeah.
Do a dream one.
living
and a realistic one, yeah.
living or dead type. Like you'd be like, oh, Descendants, but the band
Frank Zappa.
or whatever.
Living
it
or
is.
Dead? Dude, I just saw the Descendants at the Glass House
Sweet.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
6 months ago.
I don't know
and
how we didn't mention Glass House because they're a wonderful.
Glass
That's a
House
very
is
good room.
Great,
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
great room. Palladium is one of those rooms. That's a bigger, smaller room. That's amazing too.
Yeah.
Remember when you see bands that are kind of breaking, they go to the Palladium. You
Yeah.
gotta catch them
Yeah.
before they just get big. And
Before
it's
it's the forum. Yeah.
yeah,
Terragram reminds me of that concept too.
yeah.
That's a
yeah.
newer one. That's a
yeah.
good
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I guess going on tour, I got to go back to the Descendants just because they're kind of frame of mind because it took me back to being a kid. And I think as a kid in my car, my CD player with my little
Fuck yeah, dude.
connector thing, it was the summary comp, Descendant summary. I would go back to the albums for that comp, and they basically played the entire thing. I was like, "What's going on?" I was
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
And
The greatest
everybody-
hits. Yeah.
Everybody was old, and they looked just like me, and they're all screaming, and like we're like emotional.
Yeah.
Moshing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But they sound amazing. And
course.
another band, it'd be them or the Pixies too. Pixies are even they're about the same age.
Yeah.
But there's something about the Pixies that, like, even now, I'm not saying. I mean, they would say the same things about themselves. They look like shit.
Yeah.
So you're like, they're old.
Yeah.
We're kind of, but like the sound that still comes.
still kill. Yeah.
You're just like, holy shit.
They're fucking pros.
They're pros,
Yeah.
and it's just this
Yeah.
wall, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh my god. So like, I think those are two bands
Very good answers. Yeah.
that I'd wanna, and they're still playing. That'd be grad.
These are
Yeah.
patented sounds, right?
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are so
Yeah.
unique in what they sound like. That.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great choice.
This is a question we ask everyone that we forgot to ask you. What's the first record you ever bought with your own money?
Oh yeah.
First record I bought, I wrote it's part of song lyrics on the record.
Ooh.
It's with my own money.
Yes.
There was parents.
Yeah.
buying
No.
CDs.
Your first record.
It's Pearl Jam 10.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
Holy Christ, what an
It's a
album!
good one.
wow, yeah,
real good
I
one.
split it too.
Oh.
It wasn't all my money.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even better.
So I think it was like $10 at the time.
Who's the other half of the five?
It's the guy I grew up with playing music.
Yes.
Chris Brackett is his name. He lives
You
in Boston.
chipped in to buy 10. That's so
And we
good.
split it. We would like,
Yeah.
hey, 1 week for you, 1 week for me.
That's incredible.
Custody.
Custody. So,
Custody.
yeah.
Do you have what's your favorite track? Has it changed over the years?
Ooh, that's
you know, like the more you listen to it, the more you're like, oh, I like this one now.
I don't know if what that album.
It's front to
incredible.
back.
I know.
It's
I
front to
know.
back. It's not like you just kind of consider.
I asked your favorite Beatle. I know that's an incredible album. And I would say, another question I ask people: what's an album you would put on start to finish?
Yeah. Well,
Start to finish. Let me think about that.
yeah. No skips.
Boxer National.
Oh, that is a very good one. Yeah.
That's a perfect album, you would
yeah.
say. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah,
to
every
perfect.
song on that album's really good.
It's a good one. There's quite a bit. I'm a big War on Drugs fan too.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
great-
listened to them again recently. Yeah, fucking good shit.
Almost every one of their albums I could just listen to front to back. Sturgill Simpson, his first two albums.
Sturgill's incredible as well. Yeah, you're
those
you're very lyric driven, right?
lyric driven, melody driven. But I kind of harken back to all those grunge records. Coincidentally, this is the weirdest story. I grew up with a friend named John Malk, and I let him borrow Soundgarden.
Super unknown.
Bad
Motorfinger.
Bad Motorfinger.
Uh-huh.
4 days ago, I got in the mail, and he hit me up on Facebook. I haven't seen him for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's like, I have something I want to send to you. I'm like, cool, here's my address. And that's what he sent to me.
Your
It
CD?
was the CD that he borrowed.
You got it back.
And I got it back 4 days
awesome.
ago. So that album,
Yeah.
like Jesus Christ Pose,
Oh yeah.
there's that album, and like, I don't know.
Rusty Cage, right?
Rusty Cage.
God.
That's another album I could listen to top to bottom. Alice in Chains' Dirt. is the other one.
Oh
Sure.
my god. Opening track, dude. From the
yeah.
first second.
You're just killing it. But I got a little Hesh side too. You go back to like Cowboys from Hell from Pantera.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, dude.
Some of the first CDs I had were
That's
like,
a seminal metal record.
Yeah.
The tones,
Yeah.
the energy.
I guess you guys asked for one. I gave you like
No,
20.
No,
those
that's
are
fine.
The more answers, the better. Yeah.
Do you have a Desert Island record and it's not like you
But
only
specifically, Desert Island. Yeah.
like okay, so music is available to you, but this is the only thing. You don't have to listen to it nonstop. You know,
Yeah.
like that's the question. Like,
Yeah.
what would you
Okay.
take with you?
It's cheesy, but it's probably the White Album.
Okay.
Okay.
Good
Because
answer.
it just goes so many places.
Yeah.
Like
It's
if I
solid
wanna,
bang for your buck. You know. Yeah.
yeah, if I want to rock out and kind of
Yeah.
have a little bit of metal, it's kind of one of the early metal back
Yeah.
in the USSR.
Helter Skelter, man.
Or no, Helter Skelter. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Dear
it's
Prudence and
yeah.
Helter Skelter's
Yeah.
on the same record.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
Exactly.
choice.
Yeah. Dear Prudence is one of my dad's favorite songs. so-
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your parents play it all?
No, they were not musical at all.
Huh.
So
It just bit you.
Yeah.
yeah, they saw it more than I did.
So they fostered it.
They fostered it. They
Okay.
kind of,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term, forced me into it.
Castaway, my friend. Catch the wind again. I'm on a holiday. I'm on a holiday. Yeah. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. We're on a holiday. We're on a holiday. We're on a holiday. Here we're at again. Take your friends home, bed. We're on a holiday. We're on a holiday. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. We're on a holiday, the holiday. 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 Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. And here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. Here we go again. Tell your friends to meet my friends. We're on a holiday. We're on a holiday.